Hey, Max here from MaksPlayground, and welcome to a Sims 4 speed build. Now this speed build is a bunch of different little things put together, and I haven't named it yet. So I will have named it by the time that you click on this, but as of right now, I have not named it. I have no idea what I'm going to name it yet. I kind of have a couple of little notions because it is a kind of three things in one. So I started building a house, but then I decided it was too big, it was too small, the roof wasn't working out. I was gonna do one of those really cute little like Halloween looking manors, which isn't really that descriptive. But anyways, I got this idea a little while ago that I wanted to do a fortune teller's like a little hut, but because of the fact that there's no really such thing in The Sims 4 just yet as a fortune teller's little shop. So I was like, you know what, maybe I'll make it a potion shop. Maybe, you know, maybe a witch owns this and she likes to make potions and sell her work for, you know, merchants that want to come and buy, you know, a love potion or an energy potion or whatever potion, a stink bomb, things like that. So there's that. But I also wanted to make it also like kind of more spooky-ish as well, so I included a graveyard. Now this graveyard isn't very spooky, but I still had fun making it anyways. I needed to fill up space on the lot, and towards the end I was like, you know, actually a graveyard probably would be a really good idea. So instead of making a separate video building a graveyard, I decided to include it in this lot. Now I made this in Windenburg. I was gonna make it in Forgotten Hollow, but because Forgotten Hollow doesn't have a whole lot of small lots, I kind of wanted to put it in Windenburg. I picture Forgotten Hollow as like a suburb of Windenburg, or like a suburb of a town. Not even really a suburb because it's really old and really like, you know, spooky-ish. So kind of like an old area of a town that's like maybe like kind of abandoned, or like kind of where a lot of like drifters hang out, or like nefarious kind of business happens, like, you know, maybe a drug deal or something, that kind of stuff. That's how I kind of picture Forgotten Hollow. So Windenburg, I find, is also very old, but it's not as run down as per se as Forgotten Hollow is, in my opinion. So I think this would be like an old area where, you know, you can find, with the aesthetic of Windenburg, you'd be able to find, you know, maybe a potion shop or something like that. So yeah, that's why I made it here. And I kind of picked a smallish lot in the center of town. And yeah, I don't know, I just really wanted to make a like a fortune teller kind of style. And I think we have some pretty cool items. There's my makeshift crystal ball, and I included one of the tables from the party pack, I think. And then I also create this super cool cauldron little area. So that's what kind of got me on the whole witches kind of like witches build. I was gonna make this just a regular house, a little witches hut, but I just thought it'd be really cool to make it a retail lot. I've been wanting to build community lots lately. I don't know why, and I will be actually focusing a lot of my builds in November on community lots, because I am super, like, I just have so many ideas always running through my head when I'm building. I think of more things and yada yada. You know, if you're a simmer that builds a lot, you totally know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I did remember halfway through when I was going through a lot of the debug items that there's a cauldron that's not even the debug item, and what am I doing with my life? Why am I not using it? This is a Halloween build. So I did use it. I actually had like what you're seeing now, I'm building like a little kitchen, because I originally was gonna put, like, if she was a fortune teller, I was really originally gonna use that little area to be like all her books and stuff in like the back room. But instead I was like, no, like, I'm gonna make it where this is where she can make her potions, even though you can't really make potions out of the cauldron. Pretty sure it's just a decorative item. You know, the imagination that counts, right? So yeah, I decided to do that. I love the way I did it though. I did take a lot of items from the debug menu and threw them in there. There you go, see me putting the cauldron out, and I gave it a really like green spooky vibe, and like not even so much spooky, just very like mystical kind of vibe. And like, I love building mystical shit in The Sims. It's really hard because, well, not really that it's hard, it's just you have to use like your imagination a lot and think outside the box on how to get things working, because otherwise, like, there is no really like the Sims 4 Mystic game pack. Like, no, there's nothing like that. So unless you use tons of CC. But yeah, I'm just making like the little shelves where she could like get her supplies from. I included a lot of sugar skulls in this build because I think that it would be it's actually a pretty like fitting thing, especially in the graveyard, which I make. So yeah, I'm doing that. I use like those plumb bob lights that I use in my dorm builds all the time to like lighten up the area and like make it green, of course. And yes, I use tons of crystals in this build too. I think that's like mystical, I guess, that word again. It goes well, like witches, and like I know a little bit of lore about witches, kind of like they really do like mess with the elements of the world. Just a warning, there's a train going by, of course, again for the second time in like 20 minutes. So don't mind that if you hear that in the background. Sorry for interrupting my train of thought there. But yeah, so I know witches really are very elemental, well, in theory, very elemental beings. So I tried to kind of like include that in it. And yes, I used that spider because even though she's a witch, I just thought I wanted to add some like really spooky elements almost. But I used the plumb bob lights that I use in my dorm build, as I was saying, to really create that aura of green. I hide them in I hide it in the cauldron, so you don't really see them. And then I used that that mirror and picture frame trick again. I just thought it would be really fitting in that area as well. I was gonna put a fireplace back there, but I actually ended up putting it right in like the little main area. That's like when I started thinking, oh, maybe I'll do like a witch's house. But I was like, no, I want to do a shop, maybe like a little shop of horrors. This could even be called. I think that, you know what, maybe that's what I'll name it. I'm onto something here, I think. But yeah, so I don't know, guys. I had a lot of fun building this because it's not just for witches, and it's not just for fairies, it's not just for, you know, even though none of those things are in the game essentially, but like I really channeled the Sims 3 Supernatural when I was building this, because in that neighborhood that comes with the game, in the Sims 3, of course, you can become a fortune teller, and there's like a little fortune teller like buggy, almost like trailer, I guess, that you can go to. And then there's also a consignment shop, like a potion one, where you can drop all your potions off from that you make in your alchemy and the science lab thing. It's really cool. And so I don't know, I just really channeled my Sims 3 Supernatural vibes in this one. I had so much fun building it though. It was a blast. I have been having a ton of fun building all this supernatural, spooky, Halloween type builds. I've been so excited for October because of this, like my YouTube channel. Speaking of my YouTube channel though, you guys, I reached 500 subscribers lately, and I mean, as of today, which is a Sunday, I am so freaking excited. I'm so happy, guys. I'm gonna get a little bit emotional here because I'm just so happy and so thankful for all the support I've been getting lately. I'm going to give a big shout out to my friend Stephanie, aka Simmerkey. She has helped me along this journey for the past year and just given me so many tips, either to do with her opinions, to help me with my thumbnails, to help me with search engine optimization, SEO, with my tags, with my channel in general. She's helped me. She's promoted me like to her viewers and everything nonstop. She's always such a great support. Her live streams, she's always trying to like support me in those. It's amazing. I'm giving a really big shout out to her because she has also kept me going when I have wanted to give up on my YouTube channel. She's always been there to say, no, you're great, you got this. It's yeah, okay. So there's that, and just the amount of just love and like appreciation I have for everybody that has been there with me, always just kind of helping me along with things, whether you've helped me on Twitter, you've been there through my Facebook posts, just everything, guys. I'm so happy. And I am also going to be doing a 500 subscriber video where I'll be answering questions. So this is your moment. If you've been having any weird questions, keep it limited, please. Please don't be really weird. But I like weird, but there's a limit. Any weird questions, any just questions that you have about how I do things in my somewhat personal life, you know, that you're wondering about, things like that. If you have any questions, just ask them down below and I will get to them. I already have a little bit. If you've seen my post on Twitter, I said if anybody has any questions, go ahead and ask me. So yeah, right now though, I am working on the shop and I included this really cool, oh, it's not really even, it's not like unique or anything. Well, I guess it might be. I don't know. It's the dead cow plant in the corner I put. I was actually browsing Stephanie's gallery on the gallery in game, and I saw it was like the dead cow plant, and I just thought that would be so dope to have in this video or in this build, right? I was like, oh my god, like I have to include that. That's so fitting. Like that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm thinking now maybe I'll name this the Little Shop of Horrors, even though I know that's like a specific, I'm thinking of it, but I just thought that would be really cool, like to have in there like a dead freaking cow plant. It looks so cool. It's like a skull, and I saved it into my library, so I might be including in a little bit more of my builds like in the next little bit. So I am so pumped for that. It's really cool. It's another name drop for Steph or Simmerkey. It's, if you guys are looking for that, just like I think it's like hashtag Simmerkey, and you'll find her on the gallery, and it's there. It's like a little room. It's saved as a room, but it's literally just that item in there, and I just think it's so cool. I don't know if she had to like do that, like grow it and then put it on her. I don't know. I just thought that was cool. I don't even know where to find the cow plant. I think you can find it in the debug menu. I'm not entirely sure. You have to find a seed randomly. I've been watching Urban Sims Springston Legacy, and I know she had a cow plant for the first couple of parts, the first part of the legacy challenge that she had. I've actually been watching, like I said, her legacy challenges. It's like 120 some videos, 123 or 4 or something like that, and I'm on like 51 or I'm in the 50s of her, so I've watched half of it. I'm just so stoked on it because I haven't really been watching a whole lot of Sims 4 Let's Plays lately. I still love my Sims 3 Let's Plays, and I actually just watch them when I'm just like casually building or like when I'm actually playing The Sims. I usually watch Sims 3 Let's Plays, and I watch a bunch of different people. That's a whole list if you guys are wondering who I can recommend for days. But I do love Urban Sims and or Jen's Let's Plays. She's one of my favorite Let's Players. I followed her Sims 3 Seasons Let's Play. I followed her Sims 3 Generations Let's Play, and now I'm finally catching up with her Springston Legacy, which is essentially the continuation into The Sims 4. And now I don't know, I just love it. She's so good at what she does. She's so interactive in her Let's Plays. I'm a little bit of a fangirl because she's just so story driven, and I love it. She just comes up with these crazy antics, and she's so funny when she delivers them. It's awesome. I truly enjoy watching her videos. I save her playlists. I'm gonna be watching a lot of her Let's Plays, her Sims 4 Let's Plays. I'm excited because I've watched all her Sims 3 Let's Plays. So yeah, there's that. So I think, like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing for my 500 subscriber video. Like, I'm going to be doing the questionnaire, but I don't know if I should make my apartment, if I should make a dream house, if I should make a sim. But I've made myself in The Sims more than once. I've made my boyfriend. I've never made my apartment, but I've been thinking of waiting until The Sims 3, or I mean The Sims 4 Pets comes out to make my apartment and my family, to show you guys like kind of a little bit of like insight into my little life. I've been thinking of that because I do have a cat, and I just think it would be more fitting to make like my family and then my apartment. I might do that, but maybe I'll make my dream house or like my dream apartment. That would be kind of cool. There's another train going by. This is ridiculous. Funny fact, this has taken me like 3 different tries. I was so on point with my, okay, I won't even say my first attempt at recording, because I tried to record like 3 times before I got my, or more than 3 times. I don't even know. I should just make like a video of like all my recording attempts. I'd be there for days. But yeah, funny fact, I was really on point with my first attempt at the recording, and then my cat decided to burst into my room, jump up on my chair, and make a big noise, and then a train started going by when I tried my second attempt, and I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. I raged a little bit. I got frustrated. My boyfriend consoled me. Yeah, that it was a moment. But you guys, I think I'm making the graveyard now. Yes, I am making the graveyard now. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a story about my experiences with graveyards, because let's just say I don't hang out in graveyards. I don't really know that many people who like hanging out in graveyards. It's really not a thing that I like to do. I've heard of people going and taking Ouija boards into graveyards, and I'm not even getting on a topic about haunted entities and spirits, because I'm not sure if I believe in them. I really don't, to be completely honest, because I'm not a religious person, and I attach spirits and spiritual stuff to religion, kind of, so I'm really undecided about that. However, let's just talk about graveyards and a funny story about me being in a graveyard. So when I would say I was about maybe 16, 17, and I used to go to bush parties, and I used to party a lot when I was a teenager, and I went to a bush party with my friend when I first started going. I was about, I think I was about maybe 15, just turned 16 or something, or I was about to turn 16 actually, yeah. And yeah, I drank when I was a teenager, yeah. Anyways, I know it's bad, end of story. But me and my friend, we were leaving a bush party, and to get to the bush party, you had to go through a graveyard. I don't know any other way how we could have got there or gotten out of it. So we had to walk to like the end of a graveyard, and then it was like you had to go over like a fence or something, and then there was like a big area where people like to party in the bush, and they were really fun parties. This isn't about the party itself, it's about the graveyard. So the walk through the graveyard was fine. I was just like, whatever, like it's just a bunch of rotting people in the ground, that's cool. And then I ended up on the way back, we were pretty drunk at this point, and we were stumbling through the graveyard, and my friend got this great freaking idea to go around and shining, yes, I brought flashlights, to shine the flashlights and look at people's graves. And I think that's really creepy. I was like, why would you want to do that? That's really invasive. These people are at rest, leave them, or these bodies are at rest, leave them alone. Why do you have to be so weird? And she did it anyways. And then at one point, the flashlight went out, and I don't know if it's because the battery died, I don't remember, but it went out. My fucking friend disappeared. I did not know where she was. I had no idea where anything was. It was dark. I was drunk. I was scared. It was hilarious. It was scary. It was the worst. It was all of the above, guys. And I kept saying her name, and I don't know if I just couldn't hear her or not, but I remember not being able to find her. And then all of a sudden, I think she was playing a trick on me. Like, she was laughing after, and I was so mad at her. But I saw something move, and then I looked, and then I saw nothing, and then I remember seeing something move again, and then she like, I guess she fell over a tombstone, and she was trying to like get up. I don't even know, but she like rose up in front of a tombstone, and I freaking screamed. Okay, I don't know, I must have screamed really loudly because I was terrified. I was like, oh my god, it's a motherfucking zombie. Pardon my French, but I was so scared. It was funny. It was really funny though. Like, after, then we came to realize, like, the realization, and I must have collapsed laughing. That's been one of my experiences in a graveyard. I don't really go there very often. I've actually never been to a funeral in a graveyard, so yeah, there's that. I included a woohoo bush in this. One of the little comical things I did put in this build, I included a woohoo bush because, you know, you're at the graveyard paying your respects, and you know, maybe it like gets your juices flowing or something. I don't know, maybe people are into that kind of thing. I'm not, so you know, I wouldn't really want to get freaky at a graveyard, but that might be some people's like ish, you know, they like to do that stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, that was one of these videos where people are like, I actually recently got tagged in this video. It's the weird, my best friend tagged me, the weirdest places people have ever, you know, got it on. And there were some really weird places in that video that people mentioned. It was pretty funny, but you know, graveyard was not mentioned. I will not doubt that there have been people that have messed around in a graveyard. it's you know, could get some people's rocks off. But so I included that woohoo bush that came in get together. I did have a lot of trouble making the landscaping for this. It may not look like it, but I actually struggled with it a lot. I didn't know what I wanted. I thought it was too empty, then the lot was too big, and it was a little bit of a struggle, I'm not gonna lie. But I did end up figuring it out, and I added the wishing well. I thought that was another cool touch to add, like kind of more of like a magical thing, you know, like very magic oriented in this build, as you guys can see, or can tell, as I've said. But yeah, no, I had fun. I really did. I had a lot of fun building this, and by the way, I have started the big Halloween group collab that I put together. It took me about a month to finally organize, but I'm actually so surprised. Like, I am shocked that I was able to pull it off as much as I have done. I got some really awesome people, like some amazing people. Not some, actually, everybody who's included in this collab are great. I'm so happy, and I'm so excited to see what people are going to be building. It has started as of today on the 15th of October, and it's going until the 31st. So that group collab, the playlist is, I will leave it in the description, but it's also going to be on my channel. So if you guys want to see that, go to my channel or check in the description. As well as this lot will be on the gallery. It's not as of right now. I still have to go in and take pictures and videos of it, but that will all be right at the end, which is coming up. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. And again, thank you so much for being a part of the team. I absolutely love all of you. It means so much that you guys have been around, or if you're new, thank you so much for being a new member of this amazing team that I have with YouTube. So I love you all, and I hope you're having a wonderful day in the world. Bye, guys.